We on? Okay, we're good. Greetings and welcome, my fellow, well, I won't say monster fanatics, because if you read the thumbnail, we're looking at Wolfman. Before I get into the Wolfman, I'm gonna get through the normal YouTube stuff. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, go to our Facebook, all that good stuff. Now, as of recording this, it's a couple days before Halloween, which means it's probably not going to be out on Halloween. However, I could not pass up this opportunity to talk about my favorite creature, as well as probably one of my favorite Universal monster movies, which I actually have under the camera. Yeah, sorry about that, guys. However, this is probably going to be my favorite video. It's not going to be Halloween, but as 2020, October has count them, two, two full moons. On top of it being a full moon on the 1st, there's a full moon on the 31st, Halloween. It's gonna be a blue moon. And, and to top it all off, well, it's, well, Halloween, I guess. I guess you could say. But, why is it, is it, am I talking about werewolves? Well, that's what we're going to talk about today. I'm going to explain. Werewolves go back all the way to probably the 18th, 1800s. So about, they're about the 19th century. If not the 18th century, which is 1700s for you uneducated out there. No, hey, there are a few of you young ones that you probably don't know about that, but yeah. Werewolves are usually depicted, Universal's kind of to blame for a lot of this, as large, wolf-like men who, well, let's be honest, are more animal than man. In fact, there is a poem from this movie that is probably synonymous with the characters. Even a man who's pure of heart sets his prayers by night may become the wolf when the wolf's bane blooms. The autumn moon is bright. Now, a couple of notable characters. You got Lawrence or Larry Talbot, depending on which story you're seeing the character with, which in the Universal Classic version is Lawrence or just Mr. Talbot. Um, you have Werewolf by Night for all you Marvel fans out there. And a couple of characters that aren't usually werewolves do become werewolves in some sense. Theodore from the classic. Let me get it. You have the classic Alvin and Chipmunks meet the Wolfman. Probably the better one with the songs. I like the second one, the Meet Frankenstein for the plot. I'll go into detail of those movies a little bit later. Let's see. Then you have Shaggy. I can't really find the movie and everything. And another character, probably one of my favorite characters, is Wolfgang from the Skylander series, specifically from Trap Team, who actually got a figure, which I'm not going to get, but it is on the shelf back here. I don't know if you can see it in the shot. Um, Now, werewolves also have there are other versions. There are a couple of real life werewolves running around. You got the wolf family who just is just a family that just has really bad hair like condition. It makes them have hair all over the body, even the girls. Um, and then you have they're normal people, but during the full moon or something like that, they're all nuts, and I think most of them are in psychiatric hospitals to be treated for this. It is a psychological condition, guys. The Twilight one, yeah, I'm going that far into the lore. That is technically a real version, but I wish it wasn't. Those movies are bad. But that is a version. The Navajo werewolf is like that. Ben 10, Blitzwolfer, or Ben Wolf as he was once called, they actually tackle that a little bit, that lore with the character a bit. Um, and then you have the the probably the best one at the bunch of the fictional ones. It's called a lichen, derived from lycanthropy or werewolfism. Things can transform day or night, doesn't matter which, full moon, no moon, sun, don't matter. Um, they actually act like humans, even in wolf form. Since they're hiding like a werewolf, they're immune to silver, which I will get into in a second. And yeah, overall, just one of the few good creatures that I've come across. And with my parents with the Grim Reaper. Um, and of course, since it's Halloween, I've been having a lot of calls, but I figured I'd at least get this video done before it starts getting hectic. Believe me, the Grim Reaper is really busy around the holidays, especially Halloween and Christmas. Good Lord. Um, which I know you're probably wondering where Leo and Draconis are. They're not here right now. They're doing stuff. And the reason it's not on Halloween is because Leo had a bit of a snafu. I'm not gonna go into detail. Let's face it, I don't want to get into. It's for him, his story to tell, not mine. But a couple of like strengths for a werewolf are, of course, yeah, super strength, and senses, and speed, and all that. And you got, the typical stuff that everybody knows, and it varies from one to one. Then you have the weaknesses. Barring the lichen, which is probably the best of both worlds, all the strengths and the weaknesses, you have, um, it turns back to a human, which is a weakness for the werewolf side. You have, um, and then you have silver. This is the best point. Either the heart, I think I'm on the right side, or the head, which is a silver bullet or something silver. It burns, and if it hits something here, normal bullet, it's just gonna heal. If But if it's silver, that's a different story. Or club it with a cane or something like that. It's just something silver. It burns, and it has to be pure silver, which means that nothing, no quartz, no nothing like that. Nothing can be part of it. A couple ways that it can. Mistletoe is a weakness if you read the Bailey School Kids, which I have a couple books in the back. Go look that up if you don't know what it is. It's a really good series, though. I highly recommend it. You have you have Wolfsbane, which is in there, is in the rhyme, but it can also be a weakness as well as a strength. And the way to create werewolves. It's like a jack of all trades type of plan with it. It varies from story to story. Then you have uh, the transformations. You can either be bitten or scratched in some cases, depending on which one it is. Or heck, just like transformed by a spell, either voluntarily or by some means. A moonstone. Now, again, I'm going really deep into the lore here, guys. You have the Vampire Diaries, and this actually happened. They actually used a moonstone for a ritual, but it turned them into a werewolf. I don't know the exact episode. For you Vampire Diaries fans, this one was for you. But you have and then you have the like being born one, or being made, like you touch a cursed object and you become one. The typical stuff for monsters of this caliber. Um, and I think that's it as far as like transformations. However, the triggers, rage can kind of get into it a little bit, like sort of like the whole adrenaline, rage, or being overprotective of a potential mate. And like most wolves, mo- wolves they actually mate for life. If I'm if I assume so. Um, I don't know. I'm not mated, so I can't really tell you that. Um, and then you of course have the moon. Sometimes it could be the new moon, which is basically when the sky doesn't look like it's got a moon at all. The moon's there. It's just we're seeing the dark side of it. Um, and what else? I think that might be it as far as like triggers and such. Um, Face, a Hanna-Barbera series, did have just moon-like objects that could do it. So that was kind of weird. It was Hanna-Barbera, so of course it was weird. Um, yeah, I think that's it as far as that goes. But yeah, the werewolf stuff is very. Out of all the different monsters, it feels like it's the most underused. You got Frankenstein with all its iterations. Even I Frankenstein, which I personally love. I do like that movie. I need to get it for my collection. That'd be really cool. Um, Dracula, of course, has God only knows how many versions. Um, and then hell, the Mummy and Invisible Man and all that. Invisible Man just had a recent movie. Go watch that movie. That was really good movie. Um, hell, The Bride's getting a new movie next year. I think they said. Don't quote me on that. Go look it up for yourself if you want, if you're interested. But there is Scarlett Johansson's supposed to be playing that character, but I'll get to the Bride and Frankenstein and all that good stuff at a later date. Um, Honestly, I would love to see these characters again. The Wolfman. It's just a modern version, and maybe him as a hero. This is you'll get to see why in a second. Um, but yeah, I think it's time we get into the spookiness of what you were waiting for. This the one I'm pulling from is the Universal movie, the original one from the 1930s. It's probably with Lawrence Chaney Jr., I do believe. Um, it starts off with the poem I mentioned at the beginning of the video, and yeah, and then it gets right into it. Lawrence Talbot or Larry Talbot. I'm just gonna call him Mr. Talbot for the time being because I don't remember what they called him in the movie. I haven't rewatched it for Halloween. I'm waiting for Halloween specifically to watch it. Um, because it's supposed to be also a blue moon. Um, but yeah, the character is back in England. With his love interest, I can't remember her name for the life of me, but he runs into a gypsy troop, and lo and behold, gets attacked by a wolf. He kills the wolf, brings back people, and the wolf is gone. In place is a man, and we find out that he does get bit. The following day, the bite is gone. It's just gone, and he immediately starts sensing something's wrong. Now the poem keeps popping up throughout the film. All the character casts say it at least once, and it's driving him mad. Then the next full moon hits, and the transformation, which for the 30s, these special effects are really freaking good. The transformation sequence, it's not as good as later on down the line with 2010's The Wolfman, which again I need to get that movie, and Werewolf of London, and all that. Which there was one in the 30s, but the one that people mostly quote is the transformation sequence that they show is from the 70s, 80s. I don't know. I, it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Um, but it's pretty good effects. The Invisible Man had a real good ones as well. Go look that one up. Um, and then you have after the first transformation, he attacks and kills somebody, and it keeps going until the climax of the film. He's going crazy, trying to figure out a way to a cure. Talks to the gypsy woman and the silver stuff and everything. Silver's brought up, and it it doesn't end happy. Not really. It's bittersweet. It's his love interest of the film that kills him. sets him free, and that's the only way you can really save someone with werewolfism in these movies is to kill them. I know Van Helsing had a cure for it, but that was Hugh Jackman, and that was an awesome movie. Let's face it, I will fight people on that. That was an awesome movie. It had some moments, but what movie doesn't have its problems? Its little nitpicks. Um, and honestly, guys, this movie, this 30s movie spawned. Lawrence Talbot comes back again and again to the point where he's duking it out with Frankenstein as more of a hero character. See, this character has a dual personality. His wolf form, which is a little more animalistic, but there is somebody in there fighting. Mr. Talbot is in there, and when he's Mr. Talbot, he's awesome, very mild mannered. Um, it's one like Superman. Hmm. But that's the thing, guys. This is one of those characters that a lot of the Universal monsters were like this. They were really sympathetic. Yeah, they would go evil at a certain point, but they were sympathetic. Invisible Man just wasn't cured to begin with. He started. It wasn't until halfway through the film that he started going a little down the rails, down the rabbit hole. But he was going mad. Watch the movie, you'll know what I'm talking about. Um, Frankenstein's monster. This was a character that gradually got more evil as the series progressed, and that's actually something interesting. I know a couple people have said this, but I'm gonna say it too. Frankenstein is not the name of the monster; it's the name of the scientist, Dr. Victor Frankenstein. The the monster was just credited as the monster. Just putting that out there. And personally, in my opinion, I call him Frankie or Frank Jr. As a little, because technically he's just like a son to the dog. So, eh, but that's neither here nor there. The Universal classic monsters, including the Wolfman. There's a disc set of these movies with the Wolfman, Frankenstein, Bride of Frankenstein, which the Bride only was in there for 15 minutes at most. The Invisible Man, Dracula with uh, Boris Karloff? No, not Boris Karloff. Shit, Bela Lugosi and the Mummy, the original Mummy from played by Boris Karloff, years ago in the 30s. Um, go look it up. I also got Creature from the Black Lagoon just because I wanted that seventh monster. I might look up some of the other movies from the old 30s set. But that's beside the point. I'm going off the rails there. The Wolfman and werewolves in general are ingrained in our society still. There are still werewolf stuff out there for those who are willing to look through the fog and the moon. So, to all of you out there who are watching this, I hope you have a safe Halloween. Um, I highly recommend watching this on Halloween. But if you're watching this after when it comes out, happy Halloween. I hope you had a happy Halloween. I hope you all were safe because I hope you all were at home. Because let's face it, trunk or treating is just not the same here in where I'm living. They're making the kids and parents stay in their cars, which is stupid. So me and my parents, for Halloween, as of recording this, we're gonna watch the Great Pumpkin Charlie Brown. I've actually got that on DVD as well. It's got a little bonus episode on top of. They're probably gonna watch a scary movie. I might watch that movie with them. Watch a scary movie with them. I might not. I am gonna watch The Wolfman though on Saturday. This Saturday. Um. Yeah. I hope you have a wonderful day. I hope you have a spectacular Halloween if you had one. And for me and the Gamers Den, this has been Canis Lupus, and I hope to see you guys soon. I was gonna use my werewolf costume, but I decided against it, at least this year. I will want to look back on. I will start putting it up. I didn't bring it out for this video. I just wanted to get this video up. So when you're seeing this, this is our Halloween vid, but it's not gonna come out Halloween like we wanted. We're having really we're having a hard time with the editing stuff. Don't worry, guys. We are trying to fix everything with editing. Hopefully, we'll have a better place. I'm going to record another video today of some of the stuff that's been added to the collection. Um, so yeah, for me, the Gamer's Den, I'm against Lupus. Y'all have been awesome, and I hope to see you guys again in the next video. So, bye. See you.